there, amazing listeners. It's Krista, and you're tuned in to another exciting episode of the Gritty Glitter Badger podcast. So, whether you're commuting, working out, or just chilling at home, I'm here to bring you the latest insights, stories, and conversations and topics that I feel matter. So, grab your favorite drink, get comfy, and let's get started. And also, if you're watching the video, it's weird. My hands look webbed. I am trying out a virtual background with, that's me back there, with my actual podcast cover until I get my office / studio in order and, get a more appeasing professional background going. So it's a little different for me, this virtual background. So pretty cool. So let's just get straight into our topic. So today I want to talk about something that is very near and dear to me. And, it's something that I've actually have noticed it coming up quite frequently on social media with people that I follow, other people in the fitness industry, conversations that I've had. And so something that I really, I just want to talk about today briefly and touch on some things and, just think about see if this resonates with you. See if this has come up to you throughout or at some point in your fitness journey. So, we live in a world that is, quite honestly, we're obsessed with appearances. We all are. I am. Everybody at some point in time or whatever it is, right? And, it's no surprise that there's this new form of body shaming that has emerged and is being perpetuated, and in certain aspects it's being elevated, and that is fit shaming. And while we're very familiar with the term fat shaming, and it has long been a societal scourge, fit shaming it's like its insidious counterpart, right? And it's targeting those who, heaven forbid, dare to prioritize their health and their fitness, their overall well-being. And it's a toxic culture that undermines hard work, dedication, discipline, commitment, prioritizing somebody's health and fitness, right? And it's perpetuating a harmful stereotype, and it's also contributing to a blanket, like a climate of fear and self-doubt amongst those who are, very in tune to wanting to be in top, physical shape, to, and things like that, and to take care of themselves, and to have sustainability and longevity and, overall well-being and health, be optimum, right? And this insidious behavior, not only does it target those who, prioritize their health, it actually can leave you feeling like, isolated, misunderstood. You can feel shame or, whatever, less than feeling. But I want to talk about, what exactly is fit shaming and who the culprits may be, and, why they do it. More importantly, how can we deal with it effectively? So buckle up, people. Grab your weights, whatever it is, because I'm going to dive into the world of fit shaming, and I'm going to give you it's from my personal vantage point, and, through 30 plus years of being in actually it's longer than that, it'd be 43, some type of sport, fitness, competitive weight room, whatever it is, and things that I have learned and come into contact, over the years. And then, I'm going to give you some strategies maybe to help you if you're dealing with this, and just to educate and create a better space for all of us to become, optimally healthy, to be the best fucking version of ourselves. I keep seeing this virtual background and like the sun and the beautiful blue sky and the clouds. I can't tell you how much I wish it was like that here, because it has been cloudy and rainy for days, and I am, I'm over it. Like, let's just be clear. But anyway, let's get back on topic. So what is fit shaming? So let's deconstruct what fit shaming is. So fit shaming is a form of body shaming that targets individuals who are perceived as overly fit or, muscular or, exceedingly, healthy and just a specimen, right? And I can speak only as being a woman, but there's definitely a perception around muscular women, and all of the fit shaming, not just me being, a woman who has muscles, it involves making, negative comments, judgments, assumptions that, about a person's appearance or lifestyle based solely on their fitness level, their health, their, the overall well-being of this individual. And unlike fat shaming, which often stems from societal pressures to conform to these unrealistic, beauty standards, fit shaming can be rooted in a variety of motivations, including envy, insecurity, a misunderstanding of, health and wellness in general. And also within this realm, fit shaming, it is an act of criticizing or mocking someone for their healthy lifestyle choices. It's mocking somebody for choosing to be healthy. Like, you are literally making comments and judgments about somebody who's choosing a life of health and to live in, the most vibrant, vital way that they can. I mean, that seems fucking weird to me. Again, because I can't understand that because I'm on the other side of that, right? And, this can range from snide comments about the food, the diets, lifestyle that, then I hate the word diet, the foods that they eat, right? And, exercise routines, to outright hostility and exclusion. And I've been on that, where being made fun of for how I choose to live, the foods that I eat, that I don't drink alcohol, that, I'm even particular about the water that I consume and, doing like researching, foods and reading labels. I mean, and I have been targeted on that. I've been targeted on how I work out, so many things, right? And it's a bizarre paradox where being healthy, it can actually become a social liability. So, you know, who typically engages in this fat shaming? It's kind of like a who's who of who's shaming who. So while anybody can be on the receiving end of this fit shaming, it's often perpetrated by individuals who, again, my experience, this is what I've come across, but it's perpetrated by individuals who feel threatened or intimidated by others' fitness achievements. And these individuals become aware of their own insecurities about their bodies, and what they are or aren't doing in their life to create an overall healthy lifestyles, right? To and have that optimum health and well-being. And it maybe they simply are harboring, negative attitudes towards exercise and healthy living for whatever reason. I mean, it could be, programming from when they grew up. So whatever that trigger is, it's individual to that person. And in some cases, fit shaming it can be in the form of, bullying or straight out harassment, particularly if, it's occurring in school, which I had happened to me, or a workplace setting, or I mean, it's even happened at the gym of all places, but I have had those experiences at the gym, and fit shaming is harmful. I'm just going to say it because, again, my experiences and, you know, what the things have happened to me over the years, and it can have a significant negative impact on a person's mental and emotional well-being, and it can lead to feelings of shame, embarrassment, and self-doubt. Shame because you're spending so much time, you know at this, like, people, I call it my second home. And the people that get it, but those that don't, I mean, they would, like, you're always here. How, like, what's happening at your house? Well, first of all, it's none of your fucking business what is happening in my personal life. So just back the fuck out of that shit right now. Okay. And second of all, like, do the fact that I am carving time out to take care of my health, let's stop. Okay. You're here at the gym. I'm not understanding like what it's okay for you, but not for me. Double standard. I don't know. Anyway, I digress, but you know, and it can even contribute to disordered eating or unhealthy behaviors, and honestly, it really can become it becomes a mind fuck, right? And fit shaming can perpetrate harmful stereotypes about fitness and body image. And all it's doing is reinforcing the idea that only certain body types are acceptable or desirable. Like the comments about wondering whether you're a man or a woman because you're a woman and you have muscle, or you train the way that you train. That's dumb and that's ignorant. Or it's like, if you continue to train this way, you're going to have to shop in the men's department because you're not going to be able to fit in women's clothing anyway. That's another dumb and, excuse me, ignorant comment. And so recognizing the signs of fit shaming. So through my experiences, I'm going to lay down some, signs that I have come across in my life. Maybe you have, maybe you haven't. You might have come across some different ones, but fit shaming can take many forms, right? But some of the common things that I have experienced are negative comments about a person's appearance, such as, you're too skinny or you're too muscular. And so, funny story about the skinny part was, so being muscular and training, like I train very hard, to maintain, gain, build muscle, to be strong, to be fit, right? And so one time, gosh, I don't even remember, I was at the gym and somebody told me that because I was, I had leaned out and can't remember why. It was for something very specific. And so I was like in this leaning period, and they told me that they're like, wow, they're like, you're really skinny. And I was so fucking offended by that. So I'm like, wait, what? And I mean, I wasn't, which was funny, but I guess compared to being in like a more muscular state, I had been. Anyway, it was funny to me. I was offended because somebody said that to me. Um, so assumptions about being a person's lifestyle or character based on their assumptions about a person's lifestyle or character based on their fitness level, right? Such as, this one, huge. I've gotten so many times. I don't know if you can relate, is, you must be vain, you're narcissistic, you're a really self-centered person. It's all about you, your training, it's like, wow, how do you, I've gotten this. Well, how do you fit your head through the door? It's like, it's crazy because you're assuming that because I'm at the gym and I'm taking care of me, my health, that you're misconstruing confidence for arrogance and vanity and self-centeredness and narcissism. And they are not, you know, they're not the same thing. So that to me is something that I have come across. Another one is you invalidate a person's fitness goals or achievements, like such as you're just going, you're doing this just so you can show off. You're doing this just so you can get attention. You want to be validated. You're just, seeking attention from people. You got to be the center of everything, right? It's like, no. I really fucking want to take care of my body because I want to live as long as I possibly can and as healthy as I possibly can the entire time, right? No dis-ease, right? Uh, Here's another one is body comparisons between, the shamer and the shamee. And it's often in a negative light, right? So now exaggerated concerns about a person's health or well-being, typically they are often based on unfounded assumptions, right? And it can come from a very vast variety of sources. But for me, what I have found in my experiences over the course of my, athletic fitness career is it stems from these things. So first, number one, friends and family. Surprisingly, and this is in all aspects of your life, this happens, not just in fitness, but those that are closest to you, they can be the biggest culprits, right? And they may feel threatened by your commitment to health and fitness, especially if it highlights their own unhealthy habits. Uh, maybe they may not understand, so it can also come from coworkers, the office environment, because it's another place that you spend a lot of time, can be a breeding ground for fit shaming. Colleagues might make snarky remarks about your quote unquote rabbit food lunch, or, your post, you know, work gym sessions. And I've had that. And, it's just big, having my food planned out and the things that I ate, and I didn't eat, junk shit. And then, when I got home from work, like I went, to the gym. So I experienced that as well. And here's another one. And it does happen at the gym. Lots of places it's happened to me. Strangers. I mean, yeah, even people who barely know you, they can engage in fit shaming, and this can happen in social settings, online forums, or even at the gym. I've had not often, I've actually had more positive experiences out in public, but I have had some people say to me, oddly enough, it's been more women than it has anything, have made comments about the size of my arm. I have actually been in Target, and I was looking at women's clothing, and I had a woman say, "Do you think your arms are going to fit into that shirt?" Well, in my head, I'm thinking, well, fuck you, bitch. Go to the gym. And then the next thought I'm thinking, it's none of your fucking business. Yes. Yeah. And yes, they're going to fit. Okay. Weird. I would never do that to somebody. Now, continuing on, reasons behind fit shaming. There's going to be all kinds of motivations behind fit shaming, and knowing them, maybe this can help you deal with it more effectively, or whether however it helps you to deal with it. But here are some common ones that I have seen repetitively over the course of my athletic and fitness career, and that is insecurity. And I had mentioned that people who feel insecure about their own life, their own health and fitness levels, may lash out to those who are more disciplined, because you are making them aware of what they are and are not doing. Jealousy, your dedication, your discipline, your commitment, you showing up and actually, taking action and doing the hard shit to have a healthy, vibrant, optimum lifestyle can evoke jealousy. And it especially in those, if they're struggling with their own fitness goals. Ignorance. Some people simply don't understand the importance of health and fitness, and they may mock what they actually don't comprehend. Another one, this is a big one as well, is projection. Individuals who are unhappy with their own lives, whatever aspect of their life it is, whether it is their health and fitness, whether it's work, whether it's their personal life, whatever, right? They may project their frustrations onto others, including those who are fit and healthy. Now, signs of fit shaming, and these can manifest again in various ways. There's not a cookie cutter way that these are going to show up. And it's going to be different again for all of us, because of our environment, because of who we are around, where we're at, what our life is like, right? But some that I've come across are backhanded, passive aggressive compliments, compliments like, well, you're so obsessed with the gym, or I wish I had as much time to be as vain as you, or, oh my God, wow, your arms are amazing. Be careful. You're not going to fit into clothing soon. And what do they think? I'm like fucking going to put a shirt on and just going to like blow up off of me like the Hawk or something? I mean, maybe if I shop at fucking Baby Gap. Seriously? Those are just some quote unquote classic examples. Now, another way that fit shaming can show up is exclusion. being left out of social events because people assume that you won't indulge in unhealthy food or drinks. And I've had this. I have, the other thing I've had is where I've been included, but then people feel like they have to fucking mom and mollycoddle me. But when now, I know you don't drink, and so what are you going to do? What can I get for you? Or I know you don't, eat the stuff that's on this menu. What are you going to do? How are you going to, what are you going to eat? Well, first of all, I have a mom, so thank you. Second of all, I'm a grown ass woman, and this isn't my first time at the fucking rodeo. I can do this. I have done this. I'm a big girl. I appreciate what you're trying to do. Stop. Okay? Take care of yourself. I'm good. Another one is mocking, imitating your workout routines or dietary habits in a mocking manner. And I've had this at the gym. I would say more than I have had it anywhere else, which is interesting to me because I would say this is because, okay, so when I train, even like in my garage gym or, whatever, when I train, I mean, I can have a good time, okay? But I'm also tunnel vision. I'm there to fucking do work. I'm not there to hang out. I'm not there to have a big, social gathering. I'm not there to, talk about everybody else. And so I get mocked about that a lot because I'm there for a reason, and I'm laser focused on that. And that off puts a lot of people because I know many people go to the gym and they use it as a social construct in their life. Like it's a big social event for them. And that's fine. I don't care. That if that's what works for you, I totally vibe that, right? That's not my jam. And so I ask the same respect from you for me, that I'm there to do work, and like I will have a quick conversation with you. I love like spouting knowledge, talking about learning shit like that. But I don't want to talk about what is happening this weekend or what you did this weekend or the whatever the fuck you did. No. Okay. I'm just not. Um, Undermining, trying to sabotage your efforts by offering healthy food or discouraging you from exercise. Had this. I came across this a lot when I was training as a CrossFit Masters athlete because my entire life revolved around that. Everything I did revolved around my training. My actual outside world was basically planned around that. So there was not a lot of social things going on for me. If I went somewhere, out of state, vacation, whatever it was, I needed to have and know exactly where the gym was before I went. And that was something that, that was something that I was willing to do and forego on a lot of things. And I took a lot of shit for that because not understanding that level of commitment, that was a whole thing. And just learning how to, work through that and all of the grief that I got from that. And, fit shaming, like other forms of body shaming, with that, it can also have profound psychological impacts. And we don't think about that, because at least I've had people assume, that you're fit, you fucking got the shit's going on and you're fine. Just like assuming that people who have, monetary wealth, that, they are fiscally, financially good, that they have no problems. It's the same thing. We struggle. I struggle. And I still have moments of that, right? One of those is low self-esteem. When you're constantly being criticized for your healthy lifestyle, that can really like erode and chip away at your self-esteem. And, you begin questioning your choices and you feel less confident about your body and your fitness journey. And I mean, I'm my body issues now are, they're still like, they're always like a little thing there, right? But nothing like it used to be. And I'll never forget. And even still too, the first time I actually went into a gym, was the first time in my life that my body, my athletic body and my muscles made sense. CrossFit, when I had gotten into that, my body and the muscles that I had and the power of my legs and even like my ass, right? Just it made sense to me. Because I saw other women who have the same physicality that I do, and it's like, oh my God, like I get it. And when not being around that at the time, until I had that, I was really a weird space about my body. And it's not so much anymore. The biggest thing like that I recently had come up for me was, so, y'all know, if you're listening to me, you know me, I'm training for this half marathon. And so this summer, I've really, in addition to that, I've really focused on maintaining and building muscle through the course of that. And so I gained 5 pounds of muscle over the summer. And, it just changed the structure of my body a little bit. Like my, core is strong, but it doesn't look as lean. So that was kind of fucking me up a little bit. And I've gotten over that, but that it happens. Now another one, that fit shaming, the psychological impacts that it can have is anxiety and depression. And this can lead to increased levels of anxiety and, depression and, mental, struggles, because the constant negativity and judgment, it can make you feel isolated and misunderstood. And that can contribute to mental health issues, body dysmorphic disorder, repeated fit shaming. It can lead to, body dysmorphia, where you become excessively concerned with perceived flaws in your appearance. I've fucking been there. I mean, it's a result in obsessive behaviors, and a distorted self-image. You are literally taking a fine-tooth comb over every inch of your body and making up flaws, even though there's no flaws there, pointing them out or whatever it is, right? And, and then you can go so far as comparing yourself to other people who are online that, they're in like the perfect lighting or doing the perfect pose or, whatever it may be. Now, it can also contribute to eating disorders where, the development of, whatever type of eating disorder, because the pressure to conform to certain body standards can lead to unhealthy eating habits, such as, maybe it's binging or purging or not eating at all, right? Or living, with the weird freaking, fad diets that are out there, like what is it that the cleanse where you're drinking like apple cider vinegar in water with lemon juice and cayenne pepper, this celery where you're eating just celery, like so it's a lot of shit that goes on. It can make you feel like, oh my God, well, I got to do this, right? How about social isolation? The fear of being judged or mocked, it can lead to social isolation. And you might avoid social situations where you can feel that your healthy lifestyle is going to be criticized, which can further exacerbate feelings of loneliness or depression. And I've been there, even, wearing certain clothes that are showing off the muscles, or just, not wanting to deal with people they're not even asking out of interest. Again, they're mollycoddling, and they're doing it in a very passive aggressive way. Also, it can contribute to reduced quality of life, because fit shaming, the constant stress and negativity it takes a toll on your mental and emotional well-being, right? And it can make it harder to enjoy your fitness journey and the benefits that it brings. It makes feeling healthy a burden, which is fucking bizarre. I mean, it just really is. So now with all this, I'm going to lay down some, strategies that I have come up with, for me over the years to just help me circumvent this weird, societal, journey, if you will. And, and if any of these hit with you, that's awesome. If they don't, come up with what works for you in your world and in your environment, so get your pen, get your paper, you write it down, use it as a template. Again, you got to do what jams with you and what's going to work for you. So, this first strategy, okay, so overall, it's like combining resiliency, assertiveness, and empathy, right? And those three, it's like a trifecta. My trifecta know who they are. But combining those together, they really work well in coming up with these strategies. So the first one is something I repeat myself on all the time: set boundaries. When you clearly communicate, your boundaries to those who engage in fit shaming, let them know that their comments are hurtful or unacceptable. However, whatever way that you communicate works for you. But again, not the steak dinner on the underside of the garbage can lid. Although in situations, in situations like these, like I said, there are moments where I just want to be sarcastic as fuck. And there are moments where I just want to tell somebody to just fuck off. But I am better than that for myself. And I'm not going to do that and engage in that because it's not good for me. I don't want to go there because for my own overall mental fitness. Educate, sometimes, again, like, and I've said this, fit shaming can stem from ignorance. And it's always, maybe it's a good opportunity to educate others about the benefits of a healthy lifestyle if they ask. I mean, I have had a lot of people. It hasn't all been bad. This is just what I wanted to talk about today. But I've had a lot of people, men and women, come up to me at the gym and, tell me that my work ethic is inspiring. My physicality is inspiring. They admire me for my dedication and they ask me questions. And I love that. I vibe on that. And that, to me, when somebody wants to take the time to actually have a real conversation about health, about, fitness and overall well-being and lifestyle, dude, I'm all in on that. Find your tribe. Again, surround yourself with like-minded individuals who support and encourage your fitness journey. And I know there are people at the gym there that get it, that I know, and they're totally freaking cool and they're there for the same reasons and they have the same, mindset that I do in terms of training, right? And again, you are the average of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. So what is that level of support like? What is that level of encouragement like, right? You know, also having this support system, it provides a much needed buffer against fit shaming, right? How about stay confident, right? That you started your fitness journey for a very specific reason. What is your why? Stick to that. Remember that, stay confident in your choices and don't let others' negativity derail your progress. Actually, and I've done a Monye quickie on this called Haterade. Your comments, negative comments that people have, that's a heavy dose of haterade for me, and I'm chug-a-lugging that shit, and that makes me work harder than I did before that comment. So just know that, right? So another one, I'm big on humor, right? I love a good freaking laugh, and sometimes having a witty comeback can diffuse what could potentially be, a tense situation. Like, say somebody mocks your healthy lunch, and you could say, "Yeah, I'm just trying to live long enough to, see the next season of my favorite show," or whatever it. Or, I've had people, you know, mock about how, heavy I lift and, the amount, like, again, being at the gym or working out, like, because having the gym at home, I can train at home or I can train at the gym, and I'm always training and things like that. And, I'm like, yeah, well, you know what? Every day I work out is another day I can kick somebody's ass. And they're like, okay. And that's it. Enough said. Diffuse it with humor. You got pride kick your ass. Honestly, let's just get down to it. Um, Again, seek support. Find somebody who can provide you with a safe space that you can talk about and let them know what's bothering you. And, maybe you want feedback, maybe you don't. Maybe you just want a place where you can share what's going on, right? And just, having somebody who can provide you with, maybe they have some tools or tricks of the trades that they've used if they've experienced that, or strategies, to be able to cope with that negativity. So fit shaming is real and it is a very pervasive issue. that can undermine the hard work and dedication of those who prioritize their health. So, by understanding the motivations, behind fit shaming and employing effective strategies, if you will, to help deal with it, you can continue your fitness journey. And you can do this with confidence and also with resilience. Remember, your health, that health is golden. If you don't have your health, the rest of your life, no matter all of the good things in your life, they are not going to feel the same, right? And no amount of negativity should deter you from achieving your goals. So stay strong, stay fit, and most importantly, stay unapologetically you.